Howdy. I'm going to make a series of videos to illustrate things that we're talking about in class. And so on Friday, I mentioned the bones of the skull. A couple of important features. Obviously, the brain is housed inside of the skull. Okay. The mastoid process, which I'm pointing to right here, the attachment of one of our neck muscles that we'll talk about a little bit later. It's part of the temporal bone. Temporal bone is one of the bones of the skull. So there's the left mastoid, there's the right mastoid, and then we have talked about the occipital bone. See the suture. Okay. And this little bump right in the middle is your occipital protuberance. Okay, so that's one of the landmarks that we formally palpated. Now, if we look at the undersurface of the skull, remember, foramen refers to an opening. This is the foramen magnum. The brain stem exits out from the cranial vault or skull. And then here are the two occipital condyles, one on either side of that foramen magnum. And these occipital condyles here are going to articulate with the superior articular processes of C1. So that's kind of how you hold up the weight of your head. Okay, and just to further illustrate that, what we got here. So now you see it articulated. Okay, so here is the occipital bone I'm pointing to right here. Here's the occipital bone. Okay, here's a representation of the brain stem. And then can't really take it apart, but you can see the condyle of the occiput articulates with the superior articular process of C1. Okay, and we have that arrangement on both sides. So we have it on this side as well. So here we see C1. It's an atypical vertebrate. It's fairly large. Does not have a body. If you look in the back, there's no, in the front, there's no real body, okay? But you can see the superior articular process articulates with the occipital condyle on each side of that foramen magnum, okay? That's it for now. Bones of the skull, occiput, and C1.